What's up, guys? Welcome back to DeeterPlays. Now, this update here in Loomian Legacy came out just this weekend, and there has been over 20 new Loomians that you can get. And as far as what they evolve from and how to get them, I want to show you guys how to get every single one of these. So the first one right here is the Slugling. This Slugling you can find really easily in Route 4. Okay, so Route 4 is a good place to search for this guy. Now, what he's going to turn into is right here is an Escargrow at level 20. So at level 20, once that's there, it's going to turn into the Escargrow. We don't see the picture here. Sometimes the pictures don't seem to load all the time, but it looks like a slightly bigger Slugling and smaller Gastroak. Speaking of the Gastroak, so you can see what it looks like right there, number 46. Number 47 here for you to get is the Gastroak. Now this one evolves from the Escargrow at level 32. So at level 32, the Escargrow will evolve here into the Gastroak. Okay, so moving on to the next one we've got here, the Kabunga. This one is also one that you're going to find in Route 4, around that little village in there in Route 4. They're pretty easy to find, just like the Slugling. Now, this one can have two different evolutions. Okay, so this one's a little interesting. We're going to talk about this one. We'll move on to the Craytal a little bit as well. So the Kabunga and the Craytal are kind of linked. Now, this one evolves just through trading. So the Kabunga, once you get him, it doesn't matter what level he's at. If you just trade him across the board to someone else, then it is going to evolve into this thing right here, the Wiki-Wiki, if you trade it for anything except for a Craytal. Now, if what you do is you trade the Kabunga in the trading resort for a Craytal instead of anything else, it won't evolve into a Wiki-Wiki. It will instead evolve into a Chartiki. So the way it works, you got to trade with somebody. Some people I've heard have recommended using alts. Try to get alts that have theirs that they can actually trade across the board and still get theirs. So that's definitely a recommendation. That's something that you can do, or work with somebody that you trust in order to do that and make sure you're doing a good trade across the board. I say what you should do is recommend just getting 2 Kabungas, 2 Craytals, and do one evolution of each. Just trade those across the board so that you guys are trading in the same sort of fashion, so that either way, both of you guys are going to get the both evolutions. So that is the Kabunga and the Wiki-Wiki and the Chartiki. I love this one. It looks really cool. So now the next one right here, the Shawchi. A lot of people have been wondering, what is the evolution of the Shawchi? You can get the Shawchi in Route 4. That one's it doesn't show up as often. It seems like it doesn't really pop up nearly as much, but it's not really that rare either. But it doesn't evolve yet that we know of. I've gotten mine to level 40 and it still has not evolved yet. So that is the Shawchi. Next one that we're going to find here in the wild is the Rockrolla. So this one you're going to find in Route 5. Okay, so pretty easy to find in Route 5. To me, it looks like it's corrupted. I don't know about you guys, but you can find it in the wild out there in Route 5. Now, what this one evolves into, it looks so far at this point, we just see one evolution. It's a bear Loomian called the Sedimars. So the Rockrolla evolves to the Sedimars at level 25. I've got my Sedimars at level 40 as well, and it doesn't seem to move on past there. And it doesn't seem like there's a slot here as well. Like here with the Geksplode, we do have a feeling that the Geksplode is probably going to evolve past level 40 in a later update in the game, but at this point we can't go past that level, but it looks like there's a spot there for it to evolve. So the next one that we're going to see in the wild in around Route 5 is where you're going to want to find the Gumpods. They're also really easy to find, probably easier to find if you're a little bit closer to the water even. So the Gumpods will actually evolve to those things that you see in the water over there. It's called a Ventacean. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I hope I am. But the Gumpod evolves at level 26 to become this guy, the Ventacean. I think that's the same as the little guys that are out in the water over here. So if you're looking over here and you look out in the water, that seems to be out there. Those guys, those are the Ventations over there. So let's see, what's the next one that we want to get on the list? We've got right here the Skilava. So the Skilava is found in the cave. So the cave where you saw all those corrupted monks and you took those guys out, inside of that cave, it's called the Igneous Hollow. So if you go in there, you'll find the Skilava, and that's where you will also find the Craytals. But we're going to talk about the Skilavas first, and then we'll go over the Craytals, and then those evolutions as well, which are very similar to the Kabunga. So the Craytal, or the Skilavas, actually evolved to what is called a Geksplode right here at level 22. So level 22, it will evolve over here into a Geksplode called a Skink Loomian. Very interesting. Not sure what that is, but yeah, he just looks like a lazy bug-eating toad sort of thing. Now the next one that we have, the Geksplode, evolves here into the Eruptidon at level 38. So you have to get enough experience points to get it to level 38 in order to evolve to that. Now this one is a lot cooler looking than the Geksplode in my opinion. So the next one that we're going to move on to right here is the Craytal. The Craytal, again, is something that you find in the Igneous Hollow, in that little cave where you found the monks and all that stuff. The Craytals, really easy to find in there. Now these evolve very similar to the Kabunga. You have to do a trade. So if you trade just across the board, just a normal trade for anything other than a Kabunga, then this guy is going to evolve into this guy right here, the Krakaloa. So if you trade it for just nothing else or anything other than a Kabunga, you will get a Krakaloa is what it will evolve to. Now if you trade it across the board for a Kabunga instead of anything else other than a Kabunga, then that will change into a Volkaloa, which almost looks like a Kabunga combined with the lava. It's got lava coming out of his mouth. So that is pretty cool. That's the only way to get that one. So again, work with a friend. Try not to get scammed in that whole thing. It's easy. Maybe you could use an alt account to try to make that work. Now the next one, this one's kind of rare to get here. The Igneol. This one is also found in the cave. If you want to get this one, it's going to be in the cave. It doesn't show up as often. Every time I've gotten it to show up for myself, I was using Lumi Boost and I turned on my roaming and corrupted. I'm not sure if that's considered a roaming or if it's just a super rare one to come across, but the Igneol is found there in the cave, and it takes a little bit of time, so you're going to need a little bit of patience to come across that one. Now the Igneol ends up evolving here to a Chrysite, or Chrysite. I'm not sure if I'm saying it. The Chrysite. Not sure what it is. It just looks like a bunch of sharp rocks combined, but it evolves to this at level 24. So level 24 is going to evolve into the Chrysite. Now the Chrysite evolves at level 40 to this guy over here. Yeah, you have to get all the way up to level 40. But once you get up to level 40, you get the Obsidrugon. I'm not sure if I'm saying that one correctly either, but this one is a really cool look and looks like a really sharp, like mechanical T-Rex sort of thing, and it kind of reminds me of a mechanical Tyranitar. I'm not sure. It looks like it's a combination of a couple different old Pokemon that I know of in the past. Now, we also have seen right here the Fan Cub, and I've had it confirmed that you cannot get the Fan Cub yet. Maybe after the next update here coming this next Saturday. It looks like it's going to be a pretty cool looking, creepy one, and I can't wait to see what it's going to turn into. It looks like maybe it has several evolutions. I'm not sure if these are all slots for evolutions for the Fan Cub, or if there's another one in here that we're going to encounter later, but that's pretty exciting. But you still can't get that one just yet. But that is how you get and evolve all of the new Loomians. Now, we've already gone over these old ones, how to get these in a previous video. Now, if you guys want to check those out, those are on my channel, and I've got a bunch of other Loomian Legacy videos out there for you guys. If you're new, would love to have you subscribe and hit that notification bell, and thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you guys later.